right, welcome. You are now tuned in to Drinking Partners. I'm your host, Ed Bailey, and I'm here with my co-host here. The dude's so famous, he's so sexy, he's got his own bobblehead. I'm honored to be here with him, Mr. Dave Bracey. How you feeling?
I'm good. How about yourself, man?
I'm good, man. What night are they selling your bobblehead at PNC?
Any night a light-skinned bald brother is playing. We all look alike. It don't matter.
I don't even know what position a light-skinned bald brother plays in baseball. He's the helmet rack. I don't. That's crazy. So, we like to drink here on Drinking Partners. I know you brought something through, a 6-pack or something. I'm not even sure. I'm not the beer connoisseur. What you drinking on over there, Dave?
I got this Weyerbacher. It's called a Merry Monks. It's the brewery's out in Eastern PA. It's a Belgian style triple ale. It's like 9%. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty good. This is not one of them beers you want to go two hammers on. I mean, it'll
this
get
definitely
you there
ain't
quick.
no Michelob. This ain't nothing that your uncle. It's nothing your uncle is sending you down to the quickie mart to get. This is took a taste of this. I was like, oh, she got lip smackers on her nipples. That's how it's on the edge of this bottle. This is crazy.
Like, sorry, homies, I can't pour none of this out for you.
I don't know if you all out there drink Weyerbacher, but it's got a sexy label too. It's like a Michelangelo meets the Turn Up on the South Side. This is nice.
Yeah, the label itself probably costs more than your course. So,
oh, definitely. How did you get hip to this?
I mean, just a lot of good breweries around here, a lot of good beers. A lot of good bars that actually carry them. So, you stop at a place, they get it on draft, you like it, you keep it in memory, and, you stop down wherever your local, distributor is.
Yeah, Pittsburgh does have a lot of breweries.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know much about beer till I got out here. I still don't know much. Like I say, it was Budweiser. That was the one. That's what you wanted to graduate to. When I grew up, I wanted to go from Kool-Aid to Budweiser, and I wanted to smoke a Black and Mild. I was like, this is what my uncle has taught me. Beer looks good and Black and Mild smell good as hell. That's what I learned growing up. It's cool, man. What'd you get into this weekend?
Man, I ain't get into much. Just working on my leagues and whatnot. Trying to get ready for the show. Not too much. What you been into?
Oh man, I had a pretty good weekend. I went to visit my cousin this weekend in Baltimore. Him and his beautiful family.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of children. He's got 4, and they should cap it at 3. I don't think the fourth child is overkill. Like, all right, now we know y'all love each other. This is getting to be too much. Like, feasibly, like financially, this doesn't seem sound at all. What is going on?
What do they got? Like, I mean, because I know some. If they got like all girls, then there's always that hope for like the boy or something like that. Like, is it a mixed pack?
You know what? His second one was a boy, and I thought that was it. I thought we was gonna hang it up, and then bang, 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 just kids came after. He got hit with twins, which is cool. I mean, like I say, I love my cousin. He handles his business.
Yeah.
Wow, you know what I mean?
Hey man, if you can take care of it, it's cool. I mean, some people got a big heart, got a big bank account. I ain't got either, so I'm one and done.
I don't have the patience. I got one, and she cried in the middle of the night. I'll be like, yo, when do you go to high school? When you gonna get your first job at Wendy's? I need you to afford some rent so you can get up out of here. This is getting crazy. You got 4, man. It's like there's never a dull moment because they're never in unison. Not all 4.
Nah.
2 of them are on the same page. It's always the one renegade.
Yeah.
It's like I'm doing whatever because it's children here. You know.
Yeah.
Kids get around each other. It's like other kids are here. All the rules are gone. And I'm doing.
That's wild out. There's more of us than them. Take over.
You ain't never seen a turn up like 4 siblings. That is a turn up like no other. It's pretty cool though. He's got like an older kid, so she's the de facto nanny. Like, she's got to do all the stuff that nobody wants to get up and do. Like,
I was about to say. I mean, it's cool if you got like older. I know with my daughter, I had 2 nieces. And they were each, 4 and 6 years older than her, so they were basically the baby wranglers. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I didn't know what that was going on or whatever, they'd come to me and be like, yeah, what she's trying to tell you is she needs to poop. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Word. That's amazing.
Translator,
It's always been amazing to me that women know the cries. Like, a cry just means daddy can't play Madden in peace. That's all. I'm no longer concerned with what is going on. You made me give up this touchdown pass to Tom Brady. Like, what is going on?
True. I mean, I used to throw toys at her. She'd cry, throw toys at her, throw food at her or whatever. Like, I mean, I just have to call and I just put my sister on the phone and be like, what is she saying? She's like, well, you need to pick her up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, she's needy? Like, you like, wait a minute, she wants affection? She can't even spell that. She wants affection. Get out of here. Your whole life is affection. You're always in somebody's arms. You can't walk. If you've ever gotten from one place to another, it's because I carried you. Baby, trip. I always go to she's hungry. That's it. That's what they always say. And that's the thing that I could still go to sleep on. Like, if she wakes up in the middle of the night, she's hungry, daddy doesn't have nothing to do with that. That's a mommy thing. That's a nurturing activity.
Yeah.
Now, if you need me to shake her out to sleep, that's where daddy slides in.
Yeah.
You know, but other than that, nah. No, sir. It's crazy, though, because I had driven to Baltimore, and, all the craziness is going on down there surrounding Ray Rice and all that. The NFL in general.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's tough out there, man. It's like they going wild. I mean, the thing is that it's been going on for a while, but it's like it's always that straw that breaks the camel's back with the public, where it's just like we've had enough, and then somebody go, like I said, with that TMZ breaking the way it did, and then everything else is just now. I feel like it's just everything is gonna be on lock. Like,
TMZ
they ain't gonna be able to fart hard without,
Well, they recording that too. They got something in elevators just checking gas temperatures or something like that. They checking the levels in there, like some flatulence is going on.
True, they got counters on the toilet paper. Like, did you use 4 sheets? You know this is 2-ply, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Like at TMZ, let me tell you, they're amazing in the sense that their timing is impeccable. Like that right before the NFL kickoff on Monday, I'm like, oof.
Yeah.
And the visual, I think that's what makes it, and I don't understand why. Because, like, when the first video came out and he was dragging an unconscious woman out of the elevator, I was like, okay, something terrible happened. Nothing's ever positive happened and ended up with a woman getting drug out of an elevator to sleep. Like, that's...
my thing with that is that, like, I've had a couple friends that didn't know how to handle their liquor. And, like, just off of that, I don't... Now, watching him, you knew that he ain't give a fuck about her condition because he just dragged her out. But you ain't know that he knocked her out. He may have, like, she might have been wilding out, had a couple drinks, like, was passing out sloppy drunk. And then he's just a bad husband because, he's a fucking running back. You could pick her up. You could, like, carry her out. So you knew he ain't give too much to fuck about her. But you couldn't automatically. There was still a little bit where you could be like, you know what? We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, but...
I knew he knocked her out. It was nothing else was going to be. You couldn't explain anything different to me. I was like, he had something to do with that. He doesn't look panicked. There was no vomit induced, nothing. She is out cold at the hands of this man, and I don't need to see the visual. It's weird that everybody always wants to see the visual of something. Like we live in a society where like everybody has access to everything.
Yeah.
Anything happens, you got to know that we're gonna see it.
Yeah.
And it's weird because on the Ray Rice situation now, with the video coming out, it sparks up so much conversation, and it's like you can talk about it, but you can't. You can't really talk about it. You know what I mean? Like the conversation you have in public, that's gonna be a little different with a lot of dudes than the one they have on the couch with their homies. Like, it's I don't know, because the Ray Rice situation. I don't know him. I don't know their situation or anything like that. I could speculate, but all I know is if I'm going to make a comment, I have to preface it with, I do not condone at any point. Like, you can't say anything about Ray Rice without saying you do not condone hitting women. Like,
we do not condone hitting women here on Drinking Partners.
Not at all. Way, shape, we don't want nobody falling asleep on elevators, in my arms, none of that. That is not at the hands of a boyfriend, a male cousin, a fake uncle, none of that. None of that is cool. Nah. I'm just saying when you want to have that conversation about that situation.
When you get with your boys, you get a couple drinks in you, then you start talking, semantics, and then the conversation later a little.
You start hearing about what a dude might, woulda, coulda done. He mighta, coulda, woulda, might have done something. You'd be like, all right,
let me be up in that.
You ain't really like that.
Yeah, nah.
Talking that stuff. It's just, man. I'm telling you, man, it's weird because domestic violence, it is an issue. I would never try to make light of the fact that it is an issue, but it's an issue on both ends.
Yeah, no, it definitely is an issue on both ends. There's a couple videos out. It's crazy. They had men and women being attacked in public as a social experiment, and how people reacted differently when it was a man. It was like, haha, look at that dude getting his ass whooped by that chick. And then you switch it around, and then it's like, oh, and you had a whole crowd on him and whatnot. It's definitely. I'm just not a fan of double standards on either side. When it comes to women and sexuality, I'm not a big fan of that double standard. Same thing with men and women, on the physical side. We should just all keep our hands to ourselves, But,
I agree.
I do understand the physical difference between the two, and, there's a lot of things that come into play with that,
It's crazy that you mentioned it too, because a lot of when you talk about double standards, a lot of stuff that's happened lately is people are comparing that to the Jay-Z Solange situation, which it's different in the sense that there was a bodyguard on the elevator anyway, so there was no reason for Jay-Z to ever get physical. Like, if that was a guy, Jay-Z probably wouldn't have got physical. So I think it's a different situation. I think, people need to stop speculating, let that, I feel bad for the young lady. Yeah. Because I feel like they trying to make her a spokesperson for domestic violence. And she just doesn't. She doesn't look like she wants to be that. She's just like, look, man, I'm just trying to move on. Yeah. I ain't known nothing else since high school.
Yeah, at least not now. I don't know what she got in the works. Because I think he got like $9 million to him coming. So once he get that, and she cut ties and she get half of that, she might get some endorsements like, I made it out. And so can you. You know what I mean? I don't know what her road is. But at this point, it is tough to have your shit exposed. Because I know that if I was dating, like Wonder Woman, we was on the elevator together, and she knocked me the fuck out, I wouldn't want that video to get out. You know what I mean? I don't want motherfuckers being like, hey, yo, you won't let her knock you out like that, B? Nigga, she got a fucking gold cuffs and
I don't think a relationship...
A lasso of truth.
A relationship ain't real till you've been slapped on the elevator. You had to say something from the car to that elevator to get you slapped as a man at some point in a real relationship. So where was the footage when I was getting slapped up on the elevators? I don't know. Somebody's got it, and I just hope it never hits the surface.
Yeah, true.
But I don't know. It's terrible for the NFL, and then they got the AP thing. If you don't know, Adrian Peterson's been indicted on child endangerment charges stemming from what he called was a whooping.
It was an ass whooping. Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, we saw a couple pictures. Boy got punished. Now I'm gonna say this up front, and I don't know if you feel the same, but this has been bothering me. I don't want to hear, and I want our listeners to pay attention. I don't want to hear your stories about how you used to get whooped with switches when you were younger. Unless your mom was Rasputia from Norbit, it does not compare to Adrian Peterson. And then they're saying it's crazy. They say he used a tree branch, which I'm like
the old. You got to figure he from the South. Well, he from Texas.
He's from Texas.
And that's the thing is that if he's from Texas, they grew up in a whole different scale of justice when it came, especially in the home. So I don't know if that's what they still doing back there. At least in my generation, we wasn't getting switches off the tree anymore. That was something my mom had told me a story about, but we had graduated from that. You know what I mean? There was some laws in place where she was like, that's probably not the best thing to do, So for him to take a throwback to that is I don't know.
That's something that's deeply ingrained. I just don't like the language of tree branch because when you read tree branch, that's abuse. And he's so strong. You think he might be tearing down tree branches and bringing them in the house. You never know.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson. An ass whooping from Adrian Peterson doesn't require outside tools. No, even from a grown man. If I did some wrong shit and Adrian needed to punish me, he ain't got to bring anything else to the table. You know what I mean?
Just tell me put the pads on.
True, right?
No, I don't want to tackle you, Daddy. I don't want to do it.
True. So I don't see the need for outside, whatever. But my thing is it was a report, I think from his baby's mom or whatever. Right. Clearly they had some beef, and I feel like whatever the circumstances is, that's one of those things where you got to let the law handle that.
Yes.
As far as the NFL, I feel like it came at a time where, with the Ray Rice incident and all that, they're just overcautious and they're not trying to take any chances. So it's just everybody. It don't matter what the fuck you do. Right at this point, you out. You gonna sit. We ain't even gonna err on the side.
Any child abuse here at Drinking Partners. I just want to put that out because it's another one of those situations where you talk about no child abuse, but hey, if your kid run by and kick the cord of the TV out while you watching your favorite movie. You might toss a house shoe across the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't agree with any child abuse.
Nah, I'm not a fan of child abuse. Like I said, I mean, old boy, his kid. I mean, I saw that there was some like, because I'm not too versed in what he was doing. I didn't read too much into what he had happened and all the details. I heard that the kid like kicked another kid off a bike, tried to smother a kid with a pillow or whatever. Yeah,
wow,
I mean,
so
like,
he's a terrorist.
So he was
because those are two different environments.
Yeah,
exactly. You're not on a bike with a pillow outside.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he's snuffing kids out here. So I mean, clearly he needed some sort of corrective action or whatever. I do believe that, it should stay in the home, and I do believe there is a point in which it becomes abuse. At this point, I figure let the courts handle it. Let that happen. I'm not here to judge or whatever. I'm just worried about my fantasy football team at this point.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Like, with Ray Rice and Adrian Peterson, like, I ain't got out of them, so they helping me out because I'm balling.
Nobody's talking about the victims there in the fantasy football leagues. Nobody's talking about the dude who went in last Monday with supreme confidence because he picked up AP, and your swagger's different that Monday morning when you got a good fantasy squad you trotting out. You start telling you I got AP in the third round. Nobody. You know what? They ain't nobody take him. I said, hey, you got to get him. You can't pass on him in the third. And you came in this Monday with a whole nother demeanor. You like, I wish my manager would ask me for a report. I'm not doing no reports this Monday. AP is sidelined. I'm not doing any work.
Truth. Yeah, no, I mean, if you had Adrian Peterson or Peyton Manning on your team, you was good. You was walking in with your balls out on Monday morning.
You were splurging on lunch. You weren't, it wasn't packing nothing from last night. I'm about to go to Five Guys. Get me a burger.
I got this
something to eat, man. I'm feeling good. Yeah. I know this Sunday I'm gonna be sitting pretty.
Truth.
I don't. Do you do fantasy football?
I do. I just got into it this year. It's a completely different way of watching football. I mean, like I'm no longer. I mean, I cheer for the Steelers. I'm a big Green Bay fan. I cheer for them or whatever. But at the end of the day, when you're in fantasy football, I'm a me fan. Like that's who I'm rooting for every Sunday is me. Like if when I was watching that Baltimore game and when they were scoring all the touchdowns or whatever, like I wasn't mad they were scoring touchdowns. I was mad that my man wasn't scoring those touchdowns. I was like, really though?
Like, you can't throw a screen to Penner? Come on, man. He's open, man. Give him on a backside route. He's good to go.
What is you doing? You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I'm feeling left out, man. Like I don't generally do, and there's a reason I don't generally do the fantasy football, and here's why. I've been in the office pool, and I've been in the office pool where there's the girl who didn't pick her team. She just picked teams off of colors, and she's winning.
Let the auto draft kick in.
And I'm not so much upset that a woman's beating me. I'm upset that a woman who personifies every stereotype is beating me. That pisses me off. I don't care.
It's because she's beating you, and she doesn't even know how to beat you. She's beating you off of dumb luck. Like, what?
Like, what is going on? My man's knee is blown out, dude, and he's going to prison.
True.
Man's beating his kids. This is crazy. And now I'm stuck with Beanie Wells. I don't know if he's still in the league. They haven't edited the rosters online. I got some dude in you go to ESPN.com, it's not even his professional jersey he got on. He got his college jersey on. Like, how am I supposed to be excited about this dude? He don't have no accumulated stats on his page, on his player profile. It's just NA. What do you mean? He did something.
True.
Ain't no footage. Ain't no footage of my running back, and I'm talking stuff on Tuesday. Like, look, man. If AP didn't have that issue with his kid, I'd have beat you by 30 points. That's a guaranteed 30.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because now you got to watch. Like, I'm when it comes to celebrities and, like, sports and all this or whatever, I'm like, do whatever you do on your field. I don't really care what you do in your personal life. You know what I mean? Like, we've had our fair share of stars that have done and this, that, and the other or whatever. It's just like, let's just focus on the field. But with fantasy football, you got to know what a nigga's doing Saturday night.
You definitely got to know.
Follow their Instagram. Like, yo, that motherfucker look like he had a late night. I might have to sit this nigga. You know what I mean? Like,
did Palomalu go out on Thursday nights? I thought I saw him down on the south side. I'm not sure. If he's going out on Thursday nights, I don't know if I can trust him on Sunday. He's in his 30s. They don't recover as well.
True, you gotta hit Blunt's Weed Connect. Like, how many bags you supply him this week? Like,
right, they got caught with this many grams, but how much did they have when he left your residence? All right.
True, yeah. I mean,
that was an interesting situation with the like a fluke situation like that could have affected so many rosters. That's how it could have affected them. Blunt. And we're talking about the two Pittsburgh Steelers that got caught with marijuana. Those two getting pulled over, just that cop deciding to pull them over, affected so many Mondays, like so many people like, do I need to make this trade? Do I need to do this, that? Just and it all could have been avoided if Shorty just takes that bag. Like, this is my bag.
So for those that don't fully understand the case, I mean, you should, especially by the time this air or whatever. But Le'Veon Bell and Blunt, they got 2 running backs for Steelers. They got pulled over. They had a broad in the back, and they had like 20 grams of weed on it or something like that.
Hold on, not just a broad. I think this is Bell's like fiance or something.
Oh, for real?
Like they're involved.
Oh, so she knows so she already know the deal.
You
like
already know.
So they get pulled over. The cop pulls them out and was like, all right, I know the routine. Whose bag is this? And they had the nerve to say, all of us. Like, it's all of our bag. Like, what?
Like, come on. 3 high school students with a 20 sack wouldn't even say that, man. Who's going to...
You're making millions, and you got to go thirds on a bag? Like, what is you talking about, bro? Like,
not even a clean thirds. There's some change involved. You got to make that decision. Am I going to go on this ashtray and grab this 67 cents? I mean, is it worth it, though?
Yeah, like, it don't... It be like, I mean, you... Why? I mean, that's what she there for, to take the rap. I mean, because it's a misdemeanor at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
But it's a misdemeanor that can cost you 4 games in the league.
You know what I mean? 4 game checks.
So if that's my fiance, you supposed to rap for the team. Like, that's money out of our pocket. Yeah, I mean, go on, take that quick rap. We'll pay you to get that expunged at some point.
That's all I'm saying.
Keep it moving.
You got to take that bag. There shouldn't have even been no discussion. This don't have to be rehearsed, babe. You're taking this bag. This little couple grams, this is you. You're the connect. And then he said that he had to get on the plane. So it's like, I am a Steeler. I just went thirds on the bag. Now, not only do I need to be suspended, I need counseling. Like, I'm addicted. Like, I was down. Somehow I'm down to my last $6 or $7, and we just had to get thirds on this 20 sack. Me, the backup. Now it's your starting and your backup running back in a car with 20 grams or so with a female who's like, nope, I'm not touching it. All for one and one for all. No, bitch, you need to take this bag.
Hell no. Unless the checks is coming one for all, then like if it would be something different if she was like a politician or something like that. If she had, some income or whatever. But I'm the one making the meals over here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to eat that, sweetie.
Yeah, you got rap.
NFL, I don't know, man. Maybe at the rookie symposium they're gonna teach a class on how to get your girl to take the bag.
We got a prenup on this.
We got some like if you're gonna be dating an NFL star, there's some paperwork you gotta sign. First of all, if you're not getting hit with a racketeering charge, you need to take that bag, sweetheart. If it's not an interstate thing, you gotta sit on that bag and explain that to mommy later in your penthouse downtown. This is crazy. I'd have taken the bag, and I wasn't even there. I'd be like, look, man, give me 4 tickets, bro. I will be the connection. I will tell you how Poppy got it in. Whatever you need. Just give me 4 tickets on the 50-yard line, and I'm going to flip those.
Oh, yeah. Let me drive by and see the motherfuckers. I'll pull over like, I threw that in their window while I was on the highway.
It was a hate crime. I'm a Browns fan.
I apologize, officer.
I let my team loyalty get the best of me, and I implicated these 2 innocent gentlemen and this girl who I don't know if she's the nanny or maid. I don't know what her purpose is.
I think I saw her at church Sunday or something like that. I don't know.
This wasn't hers, apparently. Whatever. I better not find out her name. I'm gonna write her a fan letter, like as an angry Steelers fan, like, why you ain't take that bag? You got the opportunity to be sitting in this luxury car with this 20 grams. You could have taken that. You could have been the coolest chick from high school.
You could have been the MVP of the Steelers league at that point. Because especially if they got suspended, that'd have been your MVP.
If you cost 1 million people 20 fantasy points, come on, man.
And Bell's been balling.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would have been a whole different season. You know what I mean? Like that's. Yeah.
It's just with all I don't know, man. It's a sad day when the NFL players don't know how to talk to their chicks, yo. You gotta there's just certain things that don't need to be discussed. I won't get over that because nobody's saying this.
Nah.
I know my shorty better take the bag. If I get pulled over and I'm on the way to my second shift at my other job, you gotta. I got 4 tardies. This 5th one causes a suspension. I should have taken this bag, boo. I'll get you back for that. You know what I'm saying? We'll be cool. I'll make it up to you, but I need to walk from this. You don't have a criminal record. or a contract or any reason to be on the internet. Your stuff's going to be in that $1 police blotter at the corner store. That's where your arrest is.
That's it.
Mine's on the front of the Post-Gazette. They're going to start digging into my background. They're going to find out that I smoked weed on the school bus in the 10th grade. Now it's like, oh, he's been doing it for so long. It's so much better, ladies, if you just take the bag. It's okay. Nobody cares.
Yeah, now you can't even blame the cop in that situation because you feel like, because I feel like the cop pulled him over and he probably didn't even know what was going on. Pulled him over or whatever and was like, all right, I know the routine, blame on it, and then he just got hit with, it's all three of us. And he was like, hey, yo, hold on. I can erase that footage, that little bit right there from the camera. Let's just run this over again. They was like, nah.
This is all
in fact. She just bought the blunts. We got the bag and was like, you know what? You can go on ahead and get in on this. This is
my connect. She had nothing to do with this.
Look at
this
her,
this is not the time to profess your love, Le'Veon. This is the time to make sure you're starting on Sunday. You gotta get your priorities straight.
Yeah, and you gotta get the Sunday game. She gotta get the Hooters. Like
she gotta get to a TV to watch your Sunday game. There's no reason for y'all to be splitting the culpability for that bag. That's just, I don't know, man. Okay, so another cool thing that happened.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm excited about this. You may not be excited about this, but I'm excited because I'm going into tech a little bit. I'm not a tech dude, but I had a weird experience with some tech this weekend, and I want to run it by you. So, like, I bought a DVD, a bootleg DVD. Now, I don't know if people are still buying bootleg DVDs in the world or not. I work a lot. You might just be streaming it. I don't know. But I get approached by this dude every day before work. And I'm just like, it was one of the situations where a guy for his persistence, I'll give you $5 just for being a good sport and taking all the no's. Here's $5 and I'll watch this movie that you stole a link and downloaded on your computer and I'm supposed to pay you for it, even though you didn't pay for it. Whatever. So I get the DVD, like I make a night of it. I call my girl, say, hey man, I got Lucy. I'm going to go get some popcorn. We're going to have a good time, watch this movie. Get the popcorn. Get the little popcorn dispenser because it's 2014 and you can't just eat popcorn out of a bowl anymore. Everybody wants a house to be a home, so it's got to be like a sexy little, with some pop and some wine. The lights got to be dimmed. She got to be in lingerie. Like, it's a big night for us. Yeah. I put the DVD in, and it's like one of those old school, I'm in the theater taping this movie DVDs. I was just like, I didn't even know low quality bootlegs existed anymore. Like, what? Isn't this all on the internet?
Like, don't you get like a Chinese copy of it?
You still sneaking in with a Canon, dog? Come on, man. Hey, you're selling this product, like you gonna see me every morning and push this onto me with confidence, and like he's still trying to sell me DVDs. Like, no, you have to stop. I saw that last DVD. Like, you don't know. I saw that. I know what your work is. Like, I don't know if he used his iPhone. I don't know, but like I guess he's like a bootleg purist. He's like, it's not a real bootleg unless somebody coughs. Unless somebody coughs, this is not considered a bootleg. I don't know what this stream trash you guys are watching on your laptop. This is a bootleg. This got a dude standing up to go to the bathroom. This got some kids playing with their parents' phones. Like, this is a real bootleg.
Like for old heads, I get it for the nostalgia. Like.
Man! And then I'm like, now you get the bootleg. Now you got to really evaluate where you are in life because I'm buying these now. I'm a patron of the bad bootleg guy. And like I brought it on myself because I was too chicken to say, look, dude, stop walking up to me at my car trying to sell me this bootleg DVD. You know who you are, dude. You're out there. I don't know if you got the internet because if you did, you'd have better DVDs. But stay the hell away from my car, man.
Selling the Mystery Science bootlegs. Like, niggas still commenting on the side of
bootleg
shit. Like,
went black halfway through because somebody called them. I'm like, what the hell, man? This is bull.
Oh, man.
I don't know. There have been some advances in tech, though. Like, the big news was the iPhone 6. It's dropped in.
They had iPhone 6, the iPhone 6 Plus with the huge, basically Samsung screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. What type of phone do you got?
I got a Samsung. I got a S3 or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
your screen isn't too bad.
I mean, it's not like the phablet size. I think that's what the new iPhone is bumping up to, and that's what like some of the I forget the name of the dip that the Samsung has or whatever. But is that the Note? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. I mean it's like a phablet. That's what they call it, a phone, tablet, or whatever. It's pretty huge. I mean, it has its purposes, I guess. If you,
I'm getting confused. Like the jeans are getting smaller and the phones are getting bigger. Where are we supposed to put these? I hate seeing a dude with the big phone square.
You gotta have a holster. You gotta get the holsters now. You gotta take it back to the old West holsters. Like,
not 2001 Nextel holsters on your hip, dog. With the long white tee,
which is tough. Especially if you're a black man nowadays, because you go to reach like, hold on, let me get my contacts. We
regressed so much. We're back to phone clips. No.
Like a boomerang. It just went all the way out and came right back. Like.
I'm waiting for the first phone to just be a belt buckle. That's just going to be a belt buckle.
I mean, they got the watches coming out. So, I mean, that's just, especially down in Texas, them Texas motherfuckers got the belt buckles. That's how they identify themselves. So they just be like, yeah, that's my bitch.
Yeah, they put the Power Rangers watches out now. And I don't want, listen, I don't
Power Rangers, we need your help.
It's too much new technology, man. I can't keep, you buy a phone and you buy a phone knowing that it's a new feature that's about to come out. How do you buy your new phone and you know there's a feature that's about to be released? How can you be confident in that? Like, yeah, I can get this 6, but I know they're going to do something to improve it. Yeah. Screen's going to be
6S.
Bigger. The wireless is going to be better. And you still got to clamor to get that. You got to clamor to get that 6 when it comes out. And then you got to come up with some way to flip it in a year to get the 6S or the 6 Plus. The 6 Plus, which is a bigger 6 with... whatever. It's like, if you really want a big ass phone, I went to Sprint.com and it's the Allstate man. If you really want a big ass phone,
I know. Because I mean, my the TV in the bedroom just went down, so I mean, I might bump up to a 6 Plus just to replace the TV. I mean, and just in the middle, if something important come through, it'll be good.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Now, the capabilities are important.
I don't even know what the hell the capabilities are.
I don't either. I just know it's better than the Razor that my dad is using. Motorola Razor. It's better than that.
Yeah. I mean, well, the Razors, and there's another thing I want to touch on. How all this technology just basically makes it easier to get caught as a player.
Yes.
I mean, you know.
You touched on something spectacular. I wish we could get some claps in here or something. All you dudes running out to get that iPhone, you are setting yourselves up. Don't let that fingerprint technology fool you. You know she got a mold of your fingerprint in a shoebox. You got all that.
You are exposed because there are way too many ways to get caught. The more you try to interact and hide shit, the better she gets at figuring that shit out. And it's just...
And there's nothing you can do. I saw something so crazy. I saw my dude take a picture on Instagram, and then Instagram took a picture of where he was when he took the. I'm like, that's too many. That's too much. Now you done zeroed in on me. That's how we caught Bin Laden. Look, I don't want that in my pocket. Like that's too much. I feel like everybody thinks all this technology is being created by like college students and all that. No, it's angry black women who are trying to find out if Jamal is creeping. That's where all the technology is coming from. You get the wait and exhale group of women in a room and they'll come up with the next thing that'll let you know your coordinates, latitude, longitudinal, how much battery he got left in his phone, anything. They have it.
I mean, because it's crazy because like, I mean, I took a trip, went down North Carolina or whatever, and you came back. Had some pictures, doing whatever you do. And I got back, and like 3 days later, I got a notification from Google, and it was like, hey, bruh, notice that you took a trip. So we were tracking everywhere you went. We logged all your pictures. We backed them up on our own servers. Don't worry about that. We did that for you. Logged your call logs, logged your pictures or whatever, I mean? And then we made this nice little album, I mean? And I got this album. And like, not only did it, like, it showed me a map of where I went and how I got back, and then it took all the pictures in a dated timeline. You know what I mean? Took a dated timeline. And then for the places that we didn't get pictures at, like, we went past Pilot Mountain, you know what I mean? Like, and we didn't get a picture of Powder Mountain. So Google just went in and just threw one in there for like, oh, you know, we got. I mean, and I'm looking at this like, what the like, hold the fuck up. How are you gonna just breach my privacy? Like, you log in all this shit. You know everything. I mean, like, but. Wait a second. This is actually kind of cool. I mean, that's a nice little portfolio. Let me go ahead and upload that to Facebook real quick. Yeah, I mean, like, but I am still, hurt that I'm
tight, but I gotta go to Best Buy and get that feature.
Yeah,
I need that feature in my life for the one time I go out of town this summer, so I can have an album that I didn't have to go on Facebook and create.
Yeah, but that's what's crazy is it because but that's the thing is that like, yeah, that's nice, and it's kind of like 9/11 where you give up your civil liberties for security.
Yeah.
We're giving up our privacy for cool ass features and shit. Like, oh, look at that album. And I ain't gonna lie, I still got the phone. I didn't abandon that shit. I wasn't like, fuck Google, I'm clearing all this shit, I'm going back to flip phones. Like, I just was like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. That's a little dangerous, but let me share this quick and keep it moving. I mean...
But all the old school players got flip phones. All the old school players, they're like, nah, ain't no way she tracking me, dog. Old school players are still pen pals. They still write notes like Dwayne Martin in the Boys to Men video.
You can't catch a old school player if you got an old school phone. Cause you got all these pictures and you got all these cameras that are coming up with the HD, technology or whatever. So a girl can see a photo and be like, is that the shadow of a nipple in the background? Like, who you with? Yeah, I mean, like with all that extra gigabytes and shit. Like, old school players, they got the flip phone. They ain't got no pictures. They ain't got no
data plan.
They ain't got no tag. Like, I was talking to her, bro. She found out where I was at from the Facebook like geo tracking dip or whatever. Wow. They ain't got none of that with the old school. Old school players walk around with carrier pigeons. Like, I'm gonna call these bitches over. Wait, hold up.
Send the pigeon out. Come over next Thursday.
Get these hoes together for next week. Yeah, that's you can't. Like I said, you're just exposing. Every time you upgrade, you exposing yourself to new ways of getting caught with some bullshit. You got to keep it. You know what I mean? And that's just not even just in relationships. Just in everything, just the government got more ways, to get in there or whatever. Yeah. Like every time you download an app, it asks you for all of these different, to accept all these different ways to connect with different apps and everything in the phone. And it's like, and you just do it because it's like, all right, whatever, it is going to help me use the app better. But like I threw an event, I got this Waze app, and it's like one of these dips that kind of lets you know where the cops are or whatever. Okay. I downloaded this. I put an event on Facebook. And the Waze app popped up and was like, oh, we saw you did an event on Facebook. You want to let your friends know where it's at? We can map it, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, how the fuck did you know what I was doing over here on this side of the phone? You know what I mean? But then, again, it was one of those things where I was like, but go ahead and let them know. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, man, there's some credence to the black women theory there. You ever wonder why she got into your phone and it was locked? Because she created the technology that made the lock. You think you can lock the creator out? No, they got some shit like, what is it, Magneto from X-Men? They just walk in a room and all this shit just shut down. The lock falls out and they're like, all right, let me go in his photos and all that.
Truth. Private investigators, man, they just ain't getting paid.
Nope. They're paying each other at Intel.
Yeah. It's like a clandestine group of ninjas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some secret honor.
Fellas, we need to get something together.
Truth.
Where's our apps? Where's the green screen app? Where you could have any type of background when you FaceTime and you can hear your side bitch bathroom and it looked like you at home in bed. He's just whispering to your girl like, I miss you so much. Where's that application, Google?
We ain't keeping it on par because as we that's the thing is we keep coming up with new ways to share titties and they keep coming up with new ways to find out that we sharing titties.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like an information war. It's a tech war between us and the women.
But we don't have any information. They just dabbling out bait and we're falling for it. Like I can get porn on my cell phone. Meanwhile, it's sending a text to her about what website you go to.
You got the history. You got the
Yo, this is some years back. I was on a cell phone plan with a woman, and this is how I know women run all type of data sharing and messaging and all that. I was on a cell phone plan with a woman, which I would never recommend unless you're marrying a woman, just because it's always going to be in her favor. She used to get my voice messages, but only messages messages that were from other females. She never got a message from my grandmother or my uncle or nothing. It was always some other chick like, well, who's Ashley? You're like, who's Ashley? And like, they played a voicemail. I'm like, how the hell did you get my voicemail? And why am I not getting any of your voicemails? This shit ain't fair. You can't let them go to Sprint by themselves. You gotta go with them.
True. Can I get that voice recognition plan?
Yeah.
You forward all
Google, get on some apps that help the fellas out. Where's the app that turns my side bitch voice into my mother's? Like, I can just talk to her right on speakerphone. Like, when you coming over? Like, we'll be over next week. Like, where is that application?
But that's the thing. Women are the number one consumers in America, so they don't give a fuck about us because they know that we still gonna do it because they get a little gadget or whatever. But as long as women know that, you know what I mean, they can take nice pictures and track your man, they on it. And they gonna spend the money, and then they gonna buy their kids a couple. You know what I mean? Like they're just shoppers. That's who they cater to.
I'm going to the club with pen and paper from now on. There will be no, there will be no digital trail of any of our interactions.
Let me get your GPS coordinates so I can smoke signals on Thursday.
I'm going door to door like the milkman. This is how Ed Bailey is distributing his love. I'm going door to door with brochures. Like the Verizon dude. Like, look, you got a man, but let me just explain how I can upgrade your package.
True. No,
I don't really work for Verizon. I work for a third party who somehow can hook you up with Verizon. Right? Who is that guy? Who thought that was a good idea to send a dude to your doorstep that doesn't... You ever got that?
No.
There's a guy came to my house one time, and he didn't work for Verizon. He worked for someone else, but he was trying to sell me Verizon. I was just like, I'm not going to buy this from you on a whim, and you don't have a name tag.
It's not like milk, where it's like I might need some milk today. Like if you hit me at the right time, I might need milk. Like you're not going to hit me at the right time, and I need to spend $300 on a package. Like you can't just, that's a commitment.
I know I'm not Buzzy. That happened to you?
No.
Okay, so I was about to be in that new Idris Elba movie, No Good Deed. He was trying to no good deed me. Oh.
Let me just in your house.
Let me just come in your house and mess with your television. That's probably a government agent trying to see if we had pounds in the crib.
That was your girl.
See you smoking in the car.
That's the agent. That's a female agent.
Oh, my shorty sent them there. Like,
I see he had a couple random calls. His GPS wasn't where it said he was at.
Yeah, we gonna set him up.
Google sent me that good old
my life report. It's an episode of House of Cards. That's all this technology. That's what it is.
Oh man. So what else is
Here
going
at Drinking
on,
Partners, we do not endorse cheating on women or any
not
technology.
Spit brothers. Stay faithful.
Yeah.
Stay on top of it.
But if you're gonna cheat, don't get the new iPhone. Look. If you pass the 4S, you cannot have a side bitch. I swear to God, she's gonna catch you.
Help us out, Google.
Help us out, Google.
If you plan on cheating on your girl, keep a flip phone, a carrier pigeon, or some motherfucking like black light ink. You know what I mean? That you can just write that shit on your arm and then bring that shit out when you need it. Don't leave any paper trails, bro.
If you cheat on your girl, get you a bus pass and a bus schedule and use that. Your girl will never believe it. Like, you left your car parked at Port Authority? Yeah. They'll never believe you. Don't let no chick see your license plate. This is getting bad. Look,
hey,
I'm just saying, I get scared whenever a new phone comes out because there's one more thing that I got to worry about affecting my future.
That's the thing, because that's the thing is that they upload and store this information without you knowing. That's the thing is that like you don't even know like because the ways that was at least courteous enough to be like, hey yo, we took this information. Would you like to use it for your advantage? You see what I'm saying? But
right.
They had and took that information, stored it somewhere, thinking that one, they need it. Two, that maybe I read the rules and all the other terms and conditions. And then, next thing you know it, like I said, if you in that dating situation where your girl pop on your phone and be like, wait a second, his Waze app said, and it's like, I ain't even know that was, you see what I'm saying? So it's a thing. I mean, and we joking around about how, just with the relationships, but like I said, just on a broader scale of things, you know what I mean? Like a lot of your information, a lot of your privacy is really a figment of your imagination.
Oh yeah,
like it's just at this point with all the apps and all the different liberties that they take with it, There's nothing practical.
Nothing.
I mean,
What did they do? They gave everybody that YouTube album that had iPhones. Like, first of all, if you've been monitoring my data, what the fuck is YouTube? Monitoring my data and send me a YouTube album.
Yeah, what about my shit?
I'm
YouTube?
tight. Like, first of all, I've been pirating music for years. All right. Whenever I download a
Pirating
song,
music, but picking up DVDs that are someone's.
But look, I've downloaded some songs that were trash. I'm like, how your MP3 file got your mama screaming in the background? What is that? Was the same on par with that DVD, man. I guess I should just go to Best Buy and buy these things, but they out here for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I would be pissed. Because how do you know what kind of data I got on my phone left? Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers be hitting that max. It's like, and you figure the album at least was enough to like maybe push you over to whatever. Like, I don't know, were you charging me for that data that you downloaded? Was that free? Because I don't know how them shits work. I'm not an iPhone user or whatever, but I know data is a bitch. Yeah. For some people, and if you charge me the data to download a YouTube album that I ain't even asked for.
Just know that there's no such thing as unlimited data. You reach a certain data threshold, your internet slow down quick as hell. Yeah. You be trying to stream the movies on Netflix and it just be that spinning wheel, dog. You be like, this is bullshit. On the 3rd, my shit was clear. By the 15th, your joint fuzzy as hell. They lie to you. There's something crazy that happened this weekend. I was thinking about technology, and I just thought this was OD. So, the TJ Lane situation, the Chardon shooter from Ohio that shot up the school and escaped from prison.
Escape, yeah.
How the hell you escape? How are we now? I've watched. I Almost Got Away. All right, and every Almost Got Away is like in the 80s. Dudes is wearing overalls. They had the old Mercury Mountaineers and the Grand Marquis were the police cars. You know, like the NWA video, the Straight Outta Compton, like those police cars. Yeah. When's the last time somebody successfully got out of prison and was just out? John Dillinger?
Man, I don't even know. I mean, the only time I've ever really heard about it was on there was actually a series called Prison Break, which led you to believe that breaking out of prison is so rare that they made a whole I don't know. I mean, it lasted a few years. Yeah. The series, and the whole time that they was out, they were being chased. So it's not like, so clearly breaking out of prison is a thing that not many people do. And if you do, it's not one of those things you could ever really get comfortable with.
Well, dude was out of prison for 6 hours. He was all of 100 yards from the prison. Like, you might as well have stayed in the cafeteria, bro.
Could you imagine Shawshank Redemption? Where he did all that bullshit, had the Rita posters or whatever, was doing all that years with the little pickaxe or whatever,
he could throw a rock and hit the prison.
And crawl through all that shitty ass sewer, and then got 100 yards and popped out, and it was like, go on back.
Well, they have, again, back to the technology. Like, I was watching the news, it was like they have thermal, they have thermal helicopters, so they have thermal vision, so they can. I'm like, how you look? You'd be better off fighting it off in court, man. You're not. Yeah. And then he was in a medium security prison, which threw me off. Now, this is a young man who shot up a school, and then wore a T-shirt that read "Killer" at the trial. And he's a medium. He's a medium threat.
Hey, hold up. Hey, what the fuck gets you in the maximum?
My Uncle Binky had two keys of heroin in his trunk, so he's in maximum because he was going to distribute heroin interstate. But this guy who's shooting up schools he wrote killer. He wrote killer on a white tee, which means he went to Target, bought a set of white tees that he had no intention on wearing.
If he shot up the school, either he got a Sharpie and a T-shirt while he was in prison, or somebody came through with a little pat and was like, here, here's a couple dollars on your books and a killer T-shirt.
But he's medium, we don't need to really secure him. He's not a threat as much as, I don't get it. I need to see those guidelines. Because I was like, he needs to be transferred. Where's the jail that's under the ground where they're handcuffed to the gate every night?
I need you to be. You shooting up schools. I need you to be in the Magneto floating prison at the where you got no access to metal.
Your COs are the X-Men.
Yeah, true. You gotta drop your food down in a weightless motherfucking cell with like, and that's all in the dark. Like I need my security for you school shooting niggas to be, some shit that like some experimental technology that we ain't heard about. What do you mean medium security, motherfucker? You got you in the same prison with Martha Stewart? Like, how the fuck you?
No, not the white chick.
What?
You still getting visits, motherfucker?
Yeah, they got you in there with tax fraud niggas. Like, what?
With the white collar.
How'd you pull that? Who's your lawyer? Like, yeah, because I need your lawyer just in case I do some foul shit. just get me in a nice, comfy spot
I need him to talk to Sally Mae for me. How we gonna get this default off my credit report? I need to get his. What's that dude's number, man? I got him in medium security. Help me out.
He got them, what is it, HSBC lawyers, that bank that like was funding all the was all the drug cartels and was laundering all that money and went to the government and was like, yeah, we did that shit. And they was like, well, guess what? You're too big to fail. Sorry about that. And they let him off. I need them lawyers.
Those guys.
Them lawyers, because them is the motherfuckers that got the, that medium security pool. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
So look, we here at the Drinking Partners podcast, we love to we want to field questions from women, that they don't normally feel like they get an honest answer to.
Yeah, we got a couple drinks in us.
We got a couple drinks in us now, so we like to call this segment Liquid Courage, where we let the ladies ask the questions, and get honest answers from dudes who are too drunk to lie, basically. I've been sipping, I got some Hennessy here. He brought the shit that I'll never buy again.
Yeah, that wire bunker,
I drank that and thought I was cheating on my woman. I was like, this is... I'll cuddle with this. This is crazy. But no, so I got a couple of questions, and I know they fielded some questions. What's something someone asked you?
All right, let me
By the way, ladies, feel free to DM us, Twitter, Facebook. I'm on Twitter at Ed Bailey Comedy. At what I'm saying, and then we got Dave Bracey.
I'm at Dave Bracey. Everything else, everything that you may have, I'm at Dave Bracey or whatever. Smoke signal us. Two-way, whatever. Any way you can get these questions to us. Let us know. We'll answer them.
Yeah, this is your time. This is
some honesty.
This is where you're sitting in the room with your boyfriend while he's playing Madden, and you say, "So yeah, we're gonna answer that honestly. We're not just gonna try to get you to shut up because the fourth quarter's coming up."
Yeah, yeah. So all right. So we got this one. This one comes from Nico in the Berg. That's her Twitter handle. Do men consider you more future worthy if you make them wait for sex? How do you feel about it? Are you more wifey material if they make you wait for a while?
No. It doesn't. Look, when I was 16, 17, maybe. I'm 28 years old. People want to have sex. It's why are you making me wait? That's going to affect it because it's not about, look, ladies. It's not about we see you and your wifey material. You're pretty much gonna have to trick us into thinking. Look, nobody's in the bar looking for a wife. We just. Guys, we just realize that's what it is at this point.
Yeah,
like one of your friends is like, "That's your girl, ain't it?" You're like, "Not well, shit." You're like, "Yeah, I guess it is my girl. We making plans.
Yeah.
She's coming over every night." Like look, if the mood is right, and you pull back on me, I'm a little less likely to text you. I'm gonna text you a little less eagerly because you playing games.
Yeah, you know what it's hitting for, especially if you're up front and you're like, hey. Especially you get in that mood. Like, don't invite me over to your crib to watch a movie at 10 o'clock at night and be like, nah. I mean, again, it's your body. You're right. Cool. It's not about that. But there's expectations. There's a certain hour for shit like that. There's a certain time and place for that. You see what I'm saying? Like,
it's not when I get the automatic Woody.
Don't invite me over. I'm drunk as shit. I text you at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, hey, what you doing? And you're like, come over. And then be like, no, but I like you too much. That's but my thing is, like I said, I'm not a big fan of double standard. And just like you were saying, like, it's more about your personality is who you are. I mean, when we fuck is when we fuck. That's when we do it, however that goes. I mean, but if you're a cool chick and we chilling, Like I'm not gonna hit it and be like, oh no, I'm not messing with her anymore just because she let me hit it. That's arbitrary bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, I mean, if it's good, I mean, I'm gonna come back more often. That's more. You know what I mean? There's you might. I mean, because as single men, you got a team, and if one is outperforming, then you're gonna get to play. And if you keep playing, then eventually you get that position or whatever. So, I mean, that's the way I say it. I don't see. Making it wait, now it depends. Now, if you pull out all your tricks first night, I might be like, all right.
you come over with a book bag of goodies. All right, wait a minute.
Like I just got this shipment in the mail. I got my new toys.
This is a traveling circus. I don't know if I can commit to that. I don't know where she was on Thursday, but... So a short answer, baby, it's not the first night, it's the presentation thereafter that'll keep us around. Yeah, I got a very interesting question, and then we'll wrap up. I got a question from a young lady. She asked, why won't her boyfriend have a threesome with her?
Ooh, well, is that a male threesome or is that a female threesome?
I think
that changes the answer.
Two penises in the room technically constitute a gangbang. Like at that point,
that's a train.
We jumped you.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. I mean, that's not something a boyfriend does. Now that's a friends with benefit thing. That's whatever. But like, I mean, I'm not gonna gangbang you with a ring on your finger. That's that's not where we at.
So would you turn down a threesome?
Not a female real. No, if you talking about bringing your friend over, hell no, I'm not turning that over. Shit,
I've been looking at her ass regardless. Now we can just be open with each other.
No, baby.
I'm not looking at my phone. No, I'm trying to get the proper angle because that thing is poking out. You knew it when you invited her over in that romper. You shouldn't have brought her over here.
Yo, the only thing I'm worried about is making sure that you get enough attention so that we can keep this thing going. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not. Nah, that's not. Like, but if you talk now, you come to me and be like, "Hey, yo, my coworker said my ass was fat. I was thinking of bringing him over." That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
My boss be smacking my ass. He told me he'd give me a raise on Monday if we did this. That's not one of those you take it for the team type dips. Like,
and look, I don't want you to feel like if your boyfriend is telling you no to that, something's wrong with him. Some dudes are very, like, I don't like that women try to make it that every guy's the same. Dudes are different. Like, some dudes have a rule, and I'm like this. Look, if my butt cheeks are exposed in an environment, then I need to know the exact location, sight line, and reach radius of everybody in that room. I need to know. I don't need no surprises. I need to know what you can see and what you can get to. Yeah. And sometimes some dudes having that extra body in the room, that just ain't comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta. I mean, especially with these segments or whatever, we gotta base it. I mean, we gotta make sure that everybody know that these are our thoughts. This is how we roll. I mean, like, so this isn't end all be all. I got some friends that just ain't in it. Maybe they more of a relationship kind of guy, a family kind of guy.
He's a belly to belly guy.
Yeah, traditional. Want to look you in the eye every time and connect and cry with you and shit. Yeah, y'all want to come and cry together. If you gotta come and cry together, dude, then. You gotta, but you knew that. You knew that going in. If that motherfucker, after every time y'all get done, he's sobbing and telling you how much he loves you, that's not a situation where you present a threesome. You know what I mean? That's like, you gotta take him to IKEA with you. The
better question is, why are you not my girlfriend? I read that question and I was just like, I turned into Drew Hill. I should be your boyfriend. I'm like, damn, this really happened. I understand, man. You got to know that reach radius. Like, give him some stats, man. Give him a profile of the lady you're trying to bring. Like, like the Mayweather fight just happened. Give him some, like, reach is 73 inches. Like, he know where she gonna be and what she's into. Her boxing style. Is she a southpaw? Like, what's going on with her?
Get him to the bar. Get him a little ways. Have your girl come through. And set it up. Hook him up. I mean, if you want it to happen and there's no jealousy, set him up.
Now is the time to be selfish.
Yeah, then you get when he got a couple drinks in him, he might be a little bit more, and then after that, you're in a whole new world. A whole new world.
Just know after it happens, y'all breaking up 6 months later. Because he's every quarter he's trying to bring that shorty to the room as an incentive. Look, from January to March, babe, we got 2 arguments. I paid the rent twice. I did this. I think you owe me some incentive, boo. Well, let's find us an Asian.
True. Remember, you ain't closed the fridge all the way. I feel like I need some company. You just using me. You taking advantage. That electricity ain't free.
So where can they find you, Dave Bracey? Because we're gonna have to get up out of here.
Shit. Online, Dave Bracey, DayBracey. Anywhere, anything that you do, I'm there. Dave Bracey. Where are you at, Ed?
Twitter at Ed Bailey Comedy. Facebook, find me. I'm Ed Bailey. Instagram at EB the General. I'm on all of them. Dave, you're like the social media stud out here. I gotta get my. He's on that social media deer antler spray. He's killing it, man.
You got any shows coming up?
Oh yeah, I'm about to leave here, go to my mic.
Yeah.
Open mic I have it at Union Pig and Chicken, East Liberty, Pennsylvania. Sunday Night Slaughterhouse. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock, come on out. Me, my co-host Jill, I had to sign over, bring the funny. How about yourself?
They got that barbecue. That's that barbecue shop down there?
They love the barbecue. They got the smoker in the back. I ain't never had barbecue like that.
Yeah.
Usually my barbecue
So
tastes
good.
like Uncle Willis made it. Man. There's no Uncle Willis in this barbecue. This is a whole nother situation. This is business meeting barbecue.
They put their toes in that shit?
Yeah, they put their toes. All that. How about yourself? Anything coming up?
I ain't got too much. I mean, I got a local rep night down in McKees Rocks in the next couple weeks, and then I got a show down in Beaver, Underground Arts.
That's always good.
Yeah, I got that Underground Arts over in Beaver. I always try to have a band and some a national act coming through, headlining and whatnot, and some local talent. So it's always a good time. That's what it is.
Yes, sir. All right. Y'all find us, follow us, keep up with the podcast, man. Let us know.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe.
We out.